Daryl, who also has another experience with us to share. Fantastic project. So Daryl, why don't you tell us a little bit about your project, why you did it, and then let's watch your video as well. If you have questions.
Absolutely, Amy. So thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity to be here again. And I want to first start out by saying I'm a human being just like you. My heart beats, my blood runs through my veins. I am alive, I am here, and like you, searching for a meaning in life and navigating through these daily struggles while trying to be a good husband and a father to my family. The only difference between someone like you and someone like me is that sometimes the color of my skin is both a blessing and a curse. Like, if you dislike veterans, you wouldn't know that I'm a veteran until I tell you I'm a veteran. And likewise, if you don't like authors or high school teachers, the injustice doesn't start until I tell you that I'm an author and I'm a high school teacher. But for my people, injustice requires no conversation. It starts at first sight. Rejection letters begin when I simply check that box and say black. Hands on gun holsters begin when we roll down the window at the traffic stop. Implicit bias of our intentions begin when we ask for help and someone is assuming that we need a handout. It starts with the first sight. However, I thank God for agents of change like the National Society of Leadership and Success. Here, my skin color has value and I am no longer at the back of the bus. I'm among great finalists who are here to change the world, and I am just so incredibly grateful. So the next question was why? Why did the path and Agent of Change come into fruition? And the path was created by anger and dissatisfaction of the status quo. Gandhi told us to be the change we wish to see in the world, we have to become that change first, right? And Black people have always been the last choice. I've been a victim of racial injustice my entire life. I'm 33 years old, and I am so tired of being denied and being devalued. I can't breathe in America anymore. And this is the why we created the path. The second reason is we want results and solutions. Furthermore, the path is about reconciliation. We are choosing not to retaliate, but to reconcile, and that is the beginning to ending racism. In order to reconcile, we must all come together at the table, have a comfortable conversation with good intentions and no consequences for what your personal perceptions and preferences are. We need to come together and sit at this table. So the who, and who is, the team. We were talking about my team, okay? Let me tell you about the PATH team. So we have some amazing women on our team. And the reason and the purpose and the psychology behind the women on our team is women are life. Women produce life physically and they produce life by spiritually. So my board is full of amazing women. My wife, Stephanie Johnson, who is an LPN, she is a phenomenal woman. She is at home right now taking care of my two beautiful daughters. My mom, Dr. Karen White Goizweta, and another phenomenal woman who owns the Center of Redemption of Education and Leadership. Carlene St. Louis, my Haitian fire. She is a radio talk show host in Orlando, Florida. Patrice Drakefoot, my little quiet one who is full of all this power and all this energy. She's from South Carolina. And Lakeitra Calloway, our business conversation. She has a conversation about business. We have an amazing team and we are looking forward to doing some powerful work and providing solutions. So the who is the path for? The path is for those who have died for the sake of change. Those who are no longer here because they had a dream of a brighter future and they were taken out because of that dream. The path is looking for those who want change, but also the path is for those who have hate in their heart. You that are turned off by the sight of me, a Black man here talking about change, for those who sit in private meetings planning the demise and putting together words to further create systematic racism, I love you. And I want to know, why do you hate me? So tell me without the hate so that I can listen and I can learn. And me and you, we can collaborate together and make this beautiful, equitable state. So now you're about to hear the video. This is my first time on video, so don't judge me. But you're about to listen to my video now. I'm super excited about it. So enjoy. Would you be angry if the police stopped you for walking home while black? Or would you have fought when a job decided that your face is too dark to publicly represent their company? My name is Daryl Johnson, and this is part of my story. And the question that I face every day is, why does the color of my skin block the value you see in me? Some people choose to get tired and give up, and some people decide to get angry and fight. Rightfully so. Being born black has this kind of effect. The Path is a nonprofit organization and a tool of progression and reconciliation. We serve the community by raising awareness of cross-cultural issues. Our method is to use your voice, wisdom, and experience mixed with historical facts and information that will develop positive solutions. One solution is the table. The table is just that, a table discussion that offers the comfortability of having the unpleasant conversations of inequality in an environment of respect, love, and understanding. Initially, the table will create 3 events in the Atlanta area for problem solving the future and bringing individuals of unlikeness together in the areas of politics, education, and religion. A social call to action can be voiced through our campaign, #IfYouWon'tIWill. As we walk together down the path, we confront our fears and truths about our society's uncertainty. We come together at the table and create positive collaborations of a brighter future for all. You are welcomed at the table. This is the path. So like that guy just said, this is the path. And how can you help? How can you help everyone? Atlanta people, we are creating positive collaborations between the path and other organizations willing to provide resources necessary to end racial injustice. We want you, not your money. Being an agent of change doesn't mean we throw money at our problems. It is the courage and commitment to change and be a part of change and be invited to the conversation of inequality. So who am I talking to? White people, Hispanics, Asians, all of us, let's come. You are invited to the table to have a conversation. I'm in Atlanta. My website is ifyouwon'tiwill.com. You can find all of my social media platforms there. But for everyone else that is not in Atlanta, 1, show your support by reaching out to your jobs, your churches, and your schools and inviting us to host our table events in your city. Racism is not an Atlanta problem. It is a national and international problem. 2, increase the voices of the unheard by liking and following the path by going to our website, again, www.ifyouwon'tiwill.com, and clicking our social media links. 3, spread the word of hope for an equitable state of not just America, but our world. We need to spread the word of hope. Change is coming. Hope is coming, and programs just like this are agents of change. I thank y'all so much for listening to me blabber on. I appreciate you guys. I love everyone. Back to you, Amy.
Daryl, I am sold. I want to be at your table having these tough, uncomfortable conversations of reconciliation, and for that, we are so grateful. Thank you
Yes.
so much for this great project. I am beyond thrilled. And so is our community who's listening. Lots of support coming in on the chats for you, and just hearing your story that resonates with everybody, that no matter where you are in the world, no matter what the color of your skin, this is the topic that we want to be talking about and why this project exists for our members. So thank you so much for bringing this to us.
Thank you, Amy.
One question that popped in the question or the chat is, how do you structure the conversations to foster that open dialogue and discussion? Who helps facilitate those conversations?
Well, the beauty in it is that I am a psych grad. So I am hoping to have a panel of psychologists that we can talk about subjects like cultural socialization, actualization, social bonding, and we can sit at this table while they're having these conversations and talk about it and explain the why. So as someone is explaining the what is the problem? The psychologist panel can sit there and explain the why. And as we start to understand the why, we can start to empathize. So that will be the environment. Did I answer the question?
You sure did. That's fantastic. One follow-up question on that is, if I can't yet bring it to my city, but I still want to engage in the virtual world that we live in, is that a possibility? Can we join a virtual table?
Yes, you can. So 2 things that we have already begun. First off, we begun our Voices of Change series, which is on YouTube. And Voices of Change is the opportunity for you to be heard. I would like to interview you, and I was talking to one of my good friends the other day, and she is a white woman cop from California. And we had this amazing conversation. She said, Daryl, do you prefer to be called Black or African American? And I said, wow, that's a really good question, right? So as we're talking and she's getting this understanding about me, she is learning more and more about my culture. So those type of conversations I want to invite virtually. So you can easily inbox me on my Facebook page and let's get the conversation started.
Fantastic. I will definitely do that. And I'm sure those listening will want to do that as well. Another fantastic project. Thank you so much, Daryl. That was great.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Daryl, what have you learned through this experience over the last couple months?
Well, thank you, Amy. First, I've learned that, again, racism is a mental health issue, right? So just like all of us have been talking about mental health issues, and racism is a mental health crisis. So how do you deal with mental health? Psychology. We need psychologists to step up and stop theorizing things and start putting it into perspective and creating solutions that we can start dealing with this pandemic of a problem, which is racism.